Hey, this is Rocky Mountain Cold Cases. I'm Rachel, and that's Adam.
I'm Adam, and that's Rachel.
How are you today?
I'm good. How was work?
I did get slapped across the face, but it's just another day in the life.
Is it?
It is.
Oh.
If you're not being slapped, are you really working?
Yes.
Not in my world.
Oh.
Okay, so remember how in the intro episode I had a fun fact?
Yes.
I have another fun fact. Want to hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah. This one is also from BuzzFeed.
Okay.
There's a rare neurological condition called Alice in Wonderland syndrome, which causes people to feel larger or smaller than they actually are.
Larger than life.
That makes you... I don't know, maybe. But because it was from BuzzFeed and I was like, are they really knowing what they're doing? So I Googled that mess. This is real. There is actually an article from the Journal of Pediatric Neurosciences. Basically, an alteration of visual perception is found in the way that the sizes of body parts or sizes of external objects are perceived incorrectly.
Oh.
So
when someone, like a guy thinks he's bigger than he actually is.
I mean, that just might be his ego.
Oh.
But the article does say that some possible causes of Alice in Wonderland syndrome are typical migraines. So a large population of the world could experience the syndrome.
Because of their migraine.
Yeah. Temporal lobe epilepsy, brain tumors, psychoactive drugs, or Epstein-Barr virus. Epstein-Barr, which is the herpes virus.
Is it really?
Don't get the herpes. You're going to think you're Alice in Wonderland.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Wow.
You Google
Gosh.
that mess. If you Google Epstein-Barr viruses, it says it's formally called, I'm going to slaughter this, human gamma herpes virus 4. It is one of the 9 known herpesviruses.
Wait, there's 9.
There are 9 ones on Earth. I didn't know there were 9. Everybody get it together.
For real.
So there's a little...
don't get it together.
Or don't get together. Get it together, but don't get together.
Yeah.
So there's your little surprise knowledge for the day.
Fun.
Maybe you can use that as a reason to call into work. So sorry, I'm suffering from Alice in Wonderland syndrome. I cannot come in.
Oh.
I'll try it. We'll see how it goes.
But prove it.
Exactly.
Oh.
All right, well, should we jump in it?
Or onto it.
Or around it?
Through it.
Under it.
Just kidding. Yeah.
All right, well, our case today is about Wil Hendricks.
Hendricks, like Jimmy.
I don't know the relation on that, but maybe.
Okay.
Maybe. We'll have to do an ancestry thing to find out.
Swab his mouth.
Well, he's missing.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, so Wil was a student at the University of Idaho in Moscow, Idaho. Wil was enjoying himself at the university, studying theater, and had a job on campus. Wil was also openly gay, and while Moscow, Idaho is said to be a gay-friendly area, it was 1999.
It is a great gay-friendly area.
Oh, that's what all the reports said.
Oh.
They're pretty chill with them back in 99.
Chill.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but it's 99. So being gay was still something a lot of people tried to hide.
Yeah. I think people still hide it.
Well, yeah. But I don't think as many do.
Yeah.
More acceptance.
Yeah.
Love is love.
Is love.
Is love.
Yeah.
All right. Wil lived with his partner, Jerry. And on January 10th, 1999, the two were remodeling their kitchen. That night, a fellow university student named Katie...
Wait, they were remodeling their kitchen?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah. Keep in mind, there are several K names that show up in this, but I'll keep you organized here. So that night, a fellow university student named Katie was throwing a party. Will wanted to attend, but Jerry did not, opting to instead go to bed. That would be me.
Okay.
At around midnight, that's past my bedtime, Will said goodbye to Jerry and left to go to the party. At Katie's house, there was I think they were in apartments, but I'm not sure. So at Katie's house, the third floor had former athletes from a local high school having a party, while Katie's party was on the second floor, and it was with people from the theater department at the university.
So were they not the same parties? Maybe it was like two.
It was two separate parties.
Okay.
I'm assuming thrown by two very different people.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah.
That makes more sense. Yeah.
Katie is quoted as saying, quote,
I'm like, it'd just been weird had they segregated the party. You know what
especially
I mean?
if it was in the same building.
Yeah.
You get the kitchen, I get the living room. Don't cross lines.
We'll murder you if you don't.
Stick a turn.
Just kidding.
All right. Katie is quoted as saying, quote, because of the two different worlds that were kind of colliding that night, my concern was that there could be a possibility for some sort of confrontation since Will had no problem being open with how he is and with every opinion. Will, on the other hand, was concerned about his friend Karen, who was also at the party. Karen was having boyfriend troubles, and the boyfriend happened to be at the party, attending on the third floor with the former athletes.
Oh, wait. So the athletes were above? Or third floor being third? Okay.
Third floor is higher.
Above. Okay. Yes.
Yes.
For some reason, I was thinking there was 3 floors and the athletes were on the first floor.
That would be first floor, not third floor.
Okay. Got it.
You're with it.
Yep.
At about 2:30 a.m., Karen left the party to go home, while Katie stayed with Will and tried to keep him from getting into trouble since he had a history of being belligerent if he had too much to drink. Katie left Will on a porch at the house or apartment. It was unclear which.
So if the athletes are on the third floor, does that mean they're passing, to get to the third floor, do they have to pass the first?
Probably on a staircase, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So she left the porch to go into the house to call Katie and make sure she made it home safe. When she returned to the porch, Will was gone. Will's car was still parked at the house, so she assumed that Will was still somewhere at the party. She wasn't sure where at the party, but she was just well, his car's here, so he must still be here. In the morning, however, Will's car was gone. Jerry, who again was Will's partner, called Katie at around 11:30 a.m. and asked Katie to wake Will up and send him home so they can take care of some things that day. Katie responded that Will was not at her house.
He probably wanted to finish the kitchen.
I would.
Yeah.
Get that done. I need my kitchen. I gotta hold my snacks.
Yeah. It's probably a weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Concerned, Jerry began calling other theater students to see if Will had ended up at one of their houses. Unfortunately, no one had seen him. Former Moscow Police Chief Daniel Weaver said January 10th, 1999, Jerry came into the station and said his partner is missing. A search for Will began, and police questioned people at the party, but all the leads went to dead ends. There were reports that Will was drunk and had gotten into some arguments while at the party, and along with questioning some partygoers, they also gave polygraphs that did not lead to anything.
Yeah, because they don't work.
Well, they don't, but also it didn't lead to anything because
They don't work.
they're unreliable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Monday morning, 36 hours after the party, Will still had not turned up. Friends searched the city and eventually found his car parked downtown. One report I read said that the car was found a day later. Another one said a week later. And I couldn't find what the actual answer was with that. So between 1 day and 1 week later, they found his car.
That's such a gap in time.
It's
I
a
don't
very big
understand how they don't. I mean, there's got to be we found the car on this date and he was reported missing on this date. And then how does that get mixed up?
I mean, I'm sure in police documents it's in there, but they don't always release everything to the public because they want to keep some integrity to the case. And then probably a game of telephone happened and word of mouth was we found it this day, this day, this day.
It's just interesting to me that they keep it locked away and not open to the public, because if you look at, that Gabby Petito case, it was the internet that found her.
Yeah. This is 99 though, so.
There was the internet.
Yeah, but I don't think it was as widely, There was like no social media. There was like chat rooms probably. And I'm sure there's news reports
Wasn't
out.
MySpace out?
I don't know.
When did MySpace open?
Do you want me to see?
Yes.
Hold. Please hold. When did MySpace come out? 2003, sir.
Oh.
Yeah.
The same. I think that was close to. Okay, maybe YouTube was out before MySpace.
I wonder if there was like Vines. Nah. What do you think the population of Moscow, Idaho was back then? It's probably pretty small. Right now it says 25,850.
25,000? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's much bigger than Ogden.
Oh, look, I can see. So in a roughly 99, it was 19,905. So, I mean, it was found downtown, and depending on how big their downtown is, maybe they did find it the next day because it's like a small area. Mm-hmm. But maybe it did take a week because maybe their downtown is popping.
I'd imagine it'd be like Logan, Utah.
Then it would be foundable, but maybe take a second.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
a day or two.
Yeah, because like if you go and everything closes, you just look at the cars left over.
Yeah.
I forgot where I was at my notes.
Yeah.
Hang tight. I found it. Okay. So Monday morning, I said this part, but I'm going to say it again. Monday morning, 36 hours after the party, Wil had still not turned up. Friends searched the city and eventually found the car parked downtown.
Yeah.
1 day to 1 week later.
Yeah.
The car was left unlocked, and Wil's portfolio filled with drawings and sketches was still inside. Jerry noted how important that portfolio was to Wil and that he wouldn't have just left it. On the dashboard of the car were Wil's work keys. Police did a search of the car and didn't find anything that suggested foul play. Lead investigator of the case, Wayne Rausch, Rausch.
Sure.
I don't know how to say it. Someone's called Investigator Wayne.
Rausch? Yeah. Okay.
It's Investigator Wayne.
Investigator Wayne.
He also noted that the driver and passenger windows of the car had been rolled down a couple of inches. This allowed winter air to come into the car and wash away any possible fingerprints that could have been used.
I still don't understand that, but okay.
Yeah, I don't either. I'm just really trusting that Investigator Wayne knows how fingerprints work in wintertime, exposed to air. Winter air.
There's oil on your skin.
Yeah, I believe that. I've seen it.
So, anyway.
Maybe we could phone him up. Investigator Wayne, can you explain this if we're confused?
He's probably dead too.
I don't know.
These guys have got to be old.
Yeah, doesn't mean they're
99?
dead. What if he's a young investigator? What if
maybe
he's
he's
so
retired. He got
good at his
shot.
career? You have made an elaborate tell for him. He got shot saving a school bus.
Yeah.
And was awarded a bunch of hero stuff and retired happily and is now living in the Bahamas with his wife.
He was married?
He is in my story.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
A friend of Wil's named Kathy. So Katie hosted the party.
Right.
Karen was the friend he was worried about.
Okay.
Kathy is just another friend. She thought it was possible that Wil left
Wait, Kathy, Karen, Katie.
Yeah, he has a thing for K names.
Okay, continue.
She thought that Wil left voluntarily, as he has said to her before that he would like to just take off someday and tour the country.
Wil said this.
That's what Kathy claims that Wil told her. Oh. To which I say, who hasn't said they wanted to just take off and tour the country?
Or she's using that as a cover-up.
I didn't see anything that said she was a suspect.
Oh.
Which is maybe highly suspect in itself.
Yes.
I'm just kidding.
No.
She wasn't anywhere saying that she was sketch.
Well, okay.
She seemed cool beans, I guess.
Cool beans.
Cool beans. When the car was released from the police department, Jerry investigated the car himself looking for clues. Jerry found mud on the inside wheel well of the car and did not feel like there was a reason for mud to be there. I agree. Like if I'm driving around downtown in winter, there's no reason for mud to be there. I'm on paved roads.
Yeah, wintertime you don't really go off-roading anyway.
No, you're going to get stuck in the mud.
Yeah.
Or the snow.
Yeah.
I'm going to stick to the streets.
What kind of car was it?
It doesn't say.
Oh. Because if it was like a Jeep or a 4Runner or a Tacoma or some other
It does not say.
4x4, maybe you would explore a little. Anyway.
I mean, maybe, yeah. Jerry also noticed that the driver's seat was positioned as far back as it could go, rather than where Wil usually had it set to.
But he had been at a party, so maybe he was drinking and someone gave him a ride.
It's very possible. Someone taller was like, "Bro, you're drunk. Let me drive for you."
Yeah.
It's very possible. When the case was first investigated, a truck driver who lived in the same neighborhood as Wil and Jerry was suspected of the case. The truck driver knew Wil, and the day of Wil's disappearance, he moved out of his home and left.
Is it just a coincidence that he did?
Unknown. Investigators later found him in Florida, but he did not cooperate with the investigation.
The truck driver.
The truck driver.
In Florida.
Mm-hmm. He bounced to Florida.
So
I mean, I get it. It's way, way warmer down there.
Wil's maybe between Florida and Moscow, Idaho.
If you believe that the truck driver did something, then yes.
Okay.
They were able to search his trailer, though, and they didn't find any evidence.
Oh.
So that was kind of like a dead end. That's weird.
Are you sure he didn't switch trailers between here and there?
Not that I saw. Granted, I only have so much
Did he
information.
drive his semi down?
I think so.
Oh, interesting.
There was another suspect. So before the truck driver took off, he was driving in Texas, and he picked up a hitchhiker and brought him to Idaho. I don't know where that hitchhiker stayed once he was in Idaho, but investigator Wayne did say, quote, he had been fired from previous jobs because he hated gays.
Okay.
So I'm assuming he was pretty openly.
So did the truck driver just know Wil, or is he a next door neighbor or across the street neighbor?
So from what some of the reports I read said that he did know Wil because sometimes when Wil came home late drunk, he would crash at the truck driver's house so that Jerry wouldn't wake up and be like, "Wow, why are you doing this?"
What if?
So I don't know that they were besties, but they definitely knew each other.
Can I what if this?
Sure.
So he's drunk. He gets home, or not really home, but he crashes at the truck driver's place. And as he's intending to, right? So he gets there, and this guy from Texas is like, "I don't like gays." Mm-hmm. He kicks him out of the house, goes and throws him back in his car, and then hops in his car and drives him offs him, and then leaves his car downtown. And the dude from Texas hitchhikes or walks his way back to the truck driver's place. And the truck driver goes, "Oh, what happened? I can't believe you did this. I'm out of here."
This is a cold case, so all things are possible. I did not see.
I just what if the crap
you
out
did.
of it.
I didn't see anything remotely like that in my research, but
fair enough.
So on September 17th, 2002, a skull and bone were found by hunters in an area outside of Moscow, Idaho. So he's not near Florida. These would later be identified as Wil's.
Okay.
Tips for the case do still come in, but they have not led anywhere. Still a mystery. There is an Unsolved Mysteries episode. Do you remember Unsolved Mysteries? We talked about it last time.
No.
It's a television show.
Oh.
From the way back. AM.
You've reminded me this how many times now?
AM time. So it's just a show about weird things.
Yeah.
Unsolved crazy things.
Not on the AM station.
It's literally about unsolved mysteries, as the name suggests. So this was featured on an episode in 2001. I found it via the internet through many searches because I didn't want to look through all of the many old volumes on the TV for this. So I don't know what episode for sure it was on. I did watch it. This was like a 10-ish minute thing, which is where you actually get to see Katie speaking, the friend that hosted the party. So it was
the one that's not a suspect.
The one that is not sus. None of the friends are suspect. It's a cold case. All the leads are going nowhere. Yeah. So, Will is still murdered with no accuser.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the Texas guy.
I genuinely don't know.
I mean, I don't know, but I'm just...
I have no ideas one way or the other.
Who else would it have been?
Well, sometimes people like hate things, but that doesn't mean they're going to kill the things.
Oh. Fair enough.
Yeah.
But you said that he couldn't keep a job because he was that much outwardly aggressive towards people that were...
According to investigator Wayne.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's the case of Will.
It's cold.
It's very cold, and it happened in January, which makes it even colder.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
We are getting there. I will put the sources in the episode description.
In the description, yeah.
But yeah. Poor Will.
So, dang it. What's going to happen?
Hopefully that murder is solved and everybody can like feel that
Is there
release.
like, I know that like other podcasts will like be like, if you have any information to this case, blah, 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 please find Wayne.
Yes, but I feel weird doing that.
Oh, you do?
I don't know. I didn't even think to do it. And now I'm just like, I don't know. Call the Moscow, Idaho police,
Yeah.
I would assume.
Yeah. I mean, you can figure it out.
Don't call Moscow, Russia. It won't lead you to the same place.
Yeah.
They don't know who Will is.
They might try to anyway.
Whoa, now.
Yeah. So please like, subscribe, follow, get notified every time we get you a new podcast
Episode.
episode.
A new podcast episode.
New podcast episode. Anytime there's a new episode, you'll get notified if you're following. Please rate us or give us a good rating on Apple iTunes. That'll help our podcast move forward and grow and get, what is the word, encouraged? And it will help
Help it blow up.
blow up like a balloon.
Yeah. Like a hot air balloon specifically. But yeah.
Yeah. Help it be found quicker than...
Yeah. Don't let it go cold.
Oh.
Whoa.
That's pretty good.
That was good. You're welcome.
So yeah, catch us on the next one.
Peace.